Happy to see you all. Good afternoon, everybody. Good morning, good evening, whatever it might be in your country. It's been a long time that we all met. This month we didn't do so many recordings because most of them are on vacations right now. So there is very less number of people who are online. But I thought let's share something what is very important for those who are present. So even if there are like few people, it's all fine. So that was the whole reason like why we couldn't do it in the past. uh, these days have been like really very hectic, and that's why I'm not able to keep in touch with you so much. Things are going on great for the BQ project. We could hire the key people. We are working with them right now. We are going to bring everything according to the roadmap and what we have promised. So 1st of September, like we will have this staking for bots for free. So everybody will be able to access the new bots by staking tokens, which you already have, of course. And then we will be starting with a lot of intense marketing, because I've been saying this for so many times, but still some moon boys, they don't get it because they are not on Earth. There is no gravity on moon. This is the problem about the moon boys. And what's happening is like, imagine like you keep spending right now by showing the bots, like it's going to come, it's going to come. Customer sentiment doesn't work that way. Customer sentiment is very spontaneous. They will come on the platform, and if they see coming soon, they will be like, okay, we will see when it is there, and they go away. And you have to spend more money to bring them back later on. This is how the customer mentality works. It's like, for example, you are very hungry, you go to a restaurant, and he will tell you like, okay, just sit down and let me prepare you the food, but it will take like 30-40 minutes, like I just started the restaurant. Tell me how many people who are very hungry will be sitting there waiting another 40 minutes to get their food on your table? Nobody does, because we are hungry. We just need a quick bite. We go to another restaurant. That's what marketing is all about. And without having the proper things, there is nothing to do marketing, because you need a very good story. First of all, when you go to people don't buy the product first. People buy your stories first, and you need to have that story right. And then there is a storytelling. They buy the products, they see it, they feel something about it, they blog about that, they share about that. There is a lot of things like people don't understand, because if they're entrepreneurs, they know all these things. If they are not, they can't just get that one. So now we have actually hired the Europe's best SEO company. Okay, it's the Europe's best SEO company, and they will be working on the SEOs, because that's the way to get the clients. And that's what all the big companies like eToro, or like anybody who is in this space, like 3 commas, everybody have become so big. They have not become big by making paid ads. That's very negligible, because if you see the statistics and analytics using some kind of paid software, which we also keep track, like how they are getting the traffic, it's all mainly because of SEOs. But since we have a crypto taste, we need to go on a different platform to get those type of audience, to get more and more users on our platform. So right now, on the first week of September, we will have the story right. We have the product. We have many things to say to people, and that's how we are going towards the marketing. So that's everything is going to happen, and more and more people will be there on our community, and that is for sure. It's inevitable, as I always say. So this is one thing, and there were other things, like we are also discussing with 4 to 5 PhD candidates who will be joining us, our research and development team. In that 5, like we have to make a tough choice of taking 2 or 3 team as of now. And then as we go forward, like we will keep scaling. And these people will optimize the current models that we have, and also develop more advanced models like reinforcement learning. And there are a whole lot of things in AI for machine learning, AI for finance generally. But the AI for finance, as we all know, it's very new and it's very difficult, and we need the right talent to make that one. And that's why we always take so much time to recruit somebody, because we don't take anybody like who just coming and like want to work for us. they need to have some history behind them. They should have achieved something. They should know what they are doing. And the recruitment process is quite strict at b-cube because it has got like several different interview levels. They have to cross all these things to finally get into the company. So we have done all this basic due diligence and quite in-depth due diligence from HR side and everything. We are involving our scientific advisor to do technical interview for these people, because a PhD guy with a lot of experience can do interviews for another PhD person. A non-PhD person cannot speak to another PhD person. It's like, a person who is studying medical science in the college. He's going to conduct an interview for his dean, who is already a doctor. Probably he might have done like 100, 200 operations in his lifetime. So he's making an interview of them. Doesn't make sense. So we need right people for that, who understands the domain, who understands everything about what we are doing, to make this interview so that they know that whether the candidate is having a proper fit to the company, to the technology that we are using, and whether they can really help us to grow more, and not just to maintain the things that we are having. Can they contribute or not? This is a big question. So all these things are going on now in full swing, and that's why we are spending a lot of time there, and morning to evening, like my time goes completely into that, because we have to review a lots and lots of applications that is coming in for the job. Some people apply actually, but they when we are asking for data science, some people who are having like junior front-end developer is also applying for that. He's saying like he can be a data scientist, and my reply is like, yes, even I can feel that, even I can be a very good astronaut. So these kind of things, it keeps happening always. So we have to lot of like weed out the unwanted profiles, and then other type of profiles will come, but they are not really exactly into because a person like who is into vision, sensory, and other types of data science, they are not the best fit for making quantitative models, for example. There are different types of data science. So everybody cannot do properly for finance, although they can say that one. And we have seen in the past also by taking few people, but they couldn't really do, but they were doing great in what they are doing. That is true. Because the person who is doing NLP, who is into sentiment analysis and things like that, they're not really for AI for finance kind of people. They're more into different types of domain. But we want more experienced people, because it takes a lot of time to train the juniors if we hire them, which a company like us cannot afford to do that right now, because we want results very fast. We want to grow and scale very fast. For that, we need somebody who is having a lot of experience. Once we go there, like maybe 2-3 years down the line, then probably we will have a very experienced team who can train even the junior data scientist and other kind of talents. So this is where we stand, and we are doing extremely good. That's what I would like to tell you. And even to be honest, like our models have done very good. We have been watching our competitors at the same time. During the market fall, a lot of other kind of algorithms, like they have done very, very bad in other of our competitors. But our thing has done really, really very good, because market have been very, very volatile lately. It's been making all the lows and all the highs. In the last weeks also, algorithm was able to properly predict the short, and then it went long. It's doing good. It's doing good. So future looks very, very bright for b-cube. That is absolutely true. There's no doubt about it. There is no question about that. Only thing we had always like feedback or suggestions was coming from the marketing side. But as I've explained in the beginning, that it is not the real problem, but it was not the right occasion to do it. But now we have arrived there, and we are going towards that, and things will be amazing going forward. So this is what I wanted to quickly update you about how it's going on for our own project like b-cube. And now, like general analysis we will be making. First of all, Bitcoin, which went to like again below 30,000, has bounced back to 33,788. Currently it's trading. And everybody is asking only one question now, and everybody has only one question in mind. Are we back in bull market, or is it a bull trap? This is the only question that's going on in every single person's mind right now. Well, it's very difficult to tell you like whether it's really a bull market or whether it's a bull trap. It's very difficult to say that. But what I am feeling is for bull market to return right now, it should have a very strong reason. And I'm yet to see that reason at the moment. Because let me tell you like what happened in the past. In 2017, there was only one thing that took markets so high, because everybody wanted an alternative for transferring their money, because the banks were very expensive and it was very slow. But a lot of people didn't know that cryptocurrencies exist in 2016, 2017. And many people didn't know that they can use cryptocurrencies to transfer money at such a lower cost and uh, making it so fast. Nobody knew it. So what happened in 2017, Bitcoin was covered by almost all the media. It was going mainstream, and everybody knew like how the transaction of money can happen so fast and so cheap. And that was the trigger for this first bull run that we saw in 2016, 2017 until 2018 January when it busted. And then later on, we saw winter for 2 years when there was nothing absolutely. And then the question comes like, what was the trigger for 2020? 2020 was because of the DeFi. Before DeFi came, there was no real use case of any cryptos apart from exchange of value. I mean, like store of value and just exchanging the currencies or transferring the money from one place to another one. These were the only two things. But now DeFi actually challenged the foundations of the traditional banking system, because you can stake it, you can get interest, and somebody is incentivizing just by holding the tokens, and it started to become like a bank. And this is something which was absolutely new and absolutely crazy, because it has never happened so far. That you don't need to have a bank account, you don't need to have anything, just a wallet, that's it, with no other verifications, nothing. And you can keep earning interest on the cryptos that you have. Actually, it was a while ago. It was a long time ago, because I was a very early adopter of Nexo platform. And I've been holding it ever since it was like 0.06 cents. Right now it's trading around $1.5. I'm still holding it. I didn't even sell it when it went to $3 in the bull market. And I will keep holding that one, because they were the first people who actually were giving interest for the tokens that you are staking on their platform. That was really something amazing. And then came like a lot of other people like Celsius, and now we have so many people in this space. But there also like it was a little bit different, because they were organized companies and you need to pass KYC and so many other things which many people don't like for privacy reasons. So what happened? We saw some of the protocols like on PancakeSwap, on Uniswap. You can just add liquidity, you can get incentivized. You can get incentivized by just taking the tokens, like how we are doing it with b-cube, like liquidity pool or naked staking. You are still getting incentivized for your staking. So this was the biggest trigger that we saw in 2020. So this made people comfortable to hold on to their cryptos. And you know what? In 2017 and 18 crash, when people wanted to cash out their thing and thinking like, no, this is finished, this is over, we can't do anything now, and it's all finished, it's all gone. At that point of time, people converted all their money to fiat currencies, namely US dollars, euros, Japanese yen, or whatever it might be, or Great Britain pounds, whatever, fiat currency. But we didn't see that happening in this market currently. This is something very interesting that you have to observe. And there are people like actually who are misunderstanding this particular fact. Um, they're thinking like, okay, like there is a lot of USDT deposit coming to the exchange. USDT deposit is not coming to the exchange. But please try to understand that people are selling their cryptos and converting that to USDT or USDC. Because of that, you are able to see a large amount of stable coins on the exchange just sitting there. And 3 years ago, they were used to convert that to their fiat currencies. But now in 2021, people have converted that to USDT or USDC, a stable coin, or BUSD or anything, because they don't want to convert completely to fiat. Some people are just converting it to, let me say, like USDC, and they're staking it. And staking benefits for this USDC is also between 7 to 10%, depending on the platforms that you are staking. But at least you are getting something. You are getting paid something. So there is no need for you to convert everything to fiat currencies. And in case if you do, you have to pay taxes on that one. Because I don't know how it is in other countries, like in France, for example, if we convert our cryptos to fiat currencies, we need to pay tax on that one. If we just keep it in crypto or make crypto to keep crypto transactions, there is no tax. Like you can have Ethereum, you can convert Ethereum to b-cube tokens and b-cube to USDT or something else. It's all fine. It's perfectly fine. But if the moment you convert that back to euros, you have to pay tax on that one. So people don't want to pay the tax. Instead, what they are doing, they are staking. And they're staking and they're getting the returns on that one. And it's good in one way. It's very good in another way also. One way it's good because they're earning something and they don't need to pay the tax. In another way, it is very good because the stable coins, which is on the exchange right now, may come back to the secondary market once again. If little bit of, this positive sentiments that we have right now, what we are seeing at 33,800 right now, where BTC is trading, it's the same kind of trading sentiment. The positive trading sentiment is there for at least 1.5 months from now. Yes, that's very important for 1.5 months now. And trust me, all this money which is in the stable coin right now will come back to the system. Volumes will come back. And once volume comes back to BTC, it comes to ETH also. Once it comes to ETH, it comes to other top cryptocurrencies like XRP or Cardano or anything else. And once it comes to these kind of coins, there will be a rally of large cap coins. After large cap coins go, like significantly higher, like 30, 40%, 50% higher, then comes the mid cap rally. All mid cap tokens will go, low cap tokens will go, and the whole market will start to move. And for that to happen, we need to be in this positive sentiment for at least 45 days. This is what we have observed in the previous rallies and in the previous times also, that any rally which has happened, that has to be very sustainable, which means at least in a week of 7 days, let me say it's going 4 days in green, it's closing 4 days in green, and 2 days in red, and 1 day it's just so and so. That is absolutely fine. And if it is 5 days moving and 2 days correction, that is very, very strong sign that we are again in a bull market. So that's why I'm saying that 45 days is very important. And if we go in this way for next 30 to 45 days, I'm pretty sure we will be going towards 41,000 for BTC. And if we go towards 41,000 on BTC, that's going to be very good. That's really going to be good because it will change the mentality of the people. Because ultimately, who is trading? Traders are trading, right? It's we people who are doing it. And if we are confident more, we put more money into the market. If we are not confident, then we are waiting for a trigger to happen. And even in my morning messages, like in the last weeks, I have been telling that in this month particularly, there was 2 triggers. One thing was about grayscale redemptions, which was thousands and thousands of BTC, which was getting unlocked. But you see, nothing happened. Nobody sold it drastically. Market didn't fall down at all. And those, like drop in the prices of BTC that we saw quite recently going below $30,000, it was not because of grayscale unlock. If you have seen the on-chain analysis data, like which we analyze a lot at b-cube, we have clearly seen the people who are mining Bitcoin, they have sold it. So it's the miners selling pressure that took the Bitcoins below 30,000. So they were just feeling like, okay, this grayscale redemption is coming and there's 16,000 BTC which will be released. It will be dumped in the market immediately and then we are finished. So what they were trying to do, sell everything what they have. Probably when it falls down, they will buy it back. This is what they were thinking actually. But that didn't happen because always, like as we say, man proposes, God disposes. It's like man proposes, but market always disposes people, right? Market always has its own game, its own way of doing the things. It will not move like the way you and me want. It will always have its own course of game. And then we didn't see that dump coming, what was anticipated. Probably it can come in the future. We don't know. But as of now, it didn't happen. It should have happened, but it didn't happen. So it shows like yes, there is some kind of trust in the market that nobody wants to sell. We are in a situation which is quite in between. It's like there is a bull market, like which is there a little bit above, and there is a bear market which is a little bit below. And we are right at the center now, right at the center. And we are just hanging around here and like we are just speculating like where this is going towards, whether it's going towards bull side or whether it's going towards the bear side. As of now, it's not really the bull or the bear market. We cannot just tell that one because this market can flip in any direction. And as of now, what I feel is like if and only if the volumes come back into the market, then something is going to happen for sure. Because right now, in the last weeks that we have seen, Ethereum was trading less than $1 billion in the 24 hours time period. Less than $1 billion. When did it happen last time? I don't know. Many months ago. Normally, it used to be like $2 to $4 billion until May. And after that, it reduced a little bit. But it just hit a very low point just, I think, in the last week. This week or like in the last week. I don't remember properly, but it was around $886 million. That was very low. That was extremely low. So we need to see a lot of green candles, no matter how small it is. It can be very small. It can be super small. It can be few $100 movement every day. It's all fine. It's perfectly fine. But we need to see that green candle. And that has to happen for at least 30 to 45 days. If it happens, and if we move towards $40,000, then a new momentum can come. Then probably we will go up to like $45,000, $50,000, and then we will have to see like what is going to happen. But in case if it's not happening in next 45 days, if nothing is happening, then I think like probably there is a chance that we will slip back further. We will slip below $29,000. This is also entirely possible because there was, as I said, like there was two important events this month. One was Grayscale, what I mentioned already. Second one was the B Word conference, where Cathy Wood, Elon Musk, and Jack Dorsey, they were having discussion about Bitcoin and how do they see that. I saw that as a kind of like good meeting, but not a very great meeting. Because Jack Dorsey was asked a question by the presenter that why they cannot, and even Elon Musk was also asking Jack Dorsey this question, why you can't accept crypto for advertisements on Twitter. And I felt like Jack Dorsey was a little bit dodging that question. Why I don't know. like, but I could not clearly see him being positive, like, hey, yeah, like I will actually like accept Bitcoin advertisement. You see, like everybody, all the corporate circle is literally pestering Elon Musk to accept Bitcoin for buying Tesla car, which nobody does it actually, because I don't know any person like who will give his 1 Bitcoin or 2 Bitcoin to buy a Tesla car. Nobody does that. Who will do that one? Because you will not sell an appreciating asset for an asset which keeps depreciating over a time. You buy a car now for 20,000, 30,000 euros. After 3 years, what will be its worth? 15,000, 12,000, or 10,000, or probably even less than that. So it's for sure it's depreciating. And why will somebody buy a car which is depreciating in value with a Bitcoin which is so precious? They will not do it. And I don't know really how many people really bought Tesla using that Bitcoin, because I have a lot of friends who have like more than 20 BTC, 15 BTC, 30 BTC. None of them actually even considered this as an option. They said like, no, if we want Tesla car, like we will just buy it from our fiat cash. Like, but why would we even be thinking in this way that we have to sell our BTC? This was not an option. But trust me, payment for advertisements on Twitter can be an option for a lot of people. Because imagine you are in a country which Jack Dorsey was mentioning, actually, like Ethiopia or some countries like that, where many people don't have access to banking system, where, you know, like you're not safe actually, like even if you have a bank account and money in that one, because probably their government is very corrupt and they don't know what is going to happen. And there are a lot of such countries in the world. So these people are struggling every single day. And imagine there is a freelancer. He might be a software engineer or whatever he might be, and he is getting his payment in Bitcoin or USDT. And he wants to promote his services on Twitter. He wants to promote his services on Twitter. Now he doesn't have a bank account like you and me. And he cannot really use his fiat currency now to pay for any kind of services to increase his business. Now, cryptocurrency is a very good idea to him because he has a wallet. He has like a decentralized exchange like Uniswap, PancakeSwap, or whatever swaps it is. They can just swap it, get these things, and start their, advertisements. That's something amazing. Why Twitter is not doing that one? Or why these kind of companies are not doing that? Just I'm telling you like how people are always asking others to do it, but they are not doing it themselves. So if industry has to grow, if really people are thinking that this whole crypto family should be very big, then we have to start with something very fundamental in this way. So for me, it was a good meeting because a lot of good things were said there and very honest discussions happened because Musk openly accepted that not only Tesla, but SpaceX and himself also, they want BTC. And personally, he's also having Ethereum and Doge. But I really liked when he speaks about Doge, because people are like getting crazy about Doge in a different way, but he's very honest. And I don't blame Musk for that one, whatever happens to Doge. He was just telling, which was very honest and which was very straightforward. He said like, look, it was started as a joke. And he was laughing when he said that. He said like, it started as a fun. It's just a meme token. And now it's like a very big frontline token. He was very honest about it. And he said like he owns it. I don't know what else people really need him to say about that one. So he was like very honest on that day, but I can see like a lot of other things can come for new things to happen in this field. And why that is so important for us, or for you or me or for anybody else, and that's why I'm saying why it's so important for us, is because we need a new trigger right now in the market for the bull market to start. And I'm not still able to see that kind of trigger. I'm not really able to see that trigger because, as I said, 2016 and 2017 transfer of money, that was the trigger. 2020 DeFi evolution, that was the trigger. In 2021, what is the trigger really? And if people are thinking NFTs, I don't think so. Look, NFTs are there now, and I don't know like whether it would be there after some time or not. It's just like a funny thing. Uh, just there used to be what was that project like? Because I'm not new to NFTs. It was there since a long time, and many people didn't even know about NFTs, but they were there actually. It was called as crypto kitties. Crypto kitties were like cats, kittens available online. You can just buy, like a kitty, and you can take it for you can breed that, you can feed that one, and the kitty is becoming big, and it's just nonsense. And if I have to just, like just don't take it in a bad sense, but just I want to make a joke. Big titties are better than crypto kitties, you know. That's how it is. Like I genuinely don't understand like which people, which type of people would really like to have kitties, like which is online, and they would like to grow that one by having it. And like you can't do anything with this, right? It's not a living being, and they spend almost like $400 on that, $500 on that, this kind of kitties. And most expensive one was sold for several millions of dollars those times. It was the biggest news, and whole Ethereum network was completely clogged for weeks because of these crypto kitties. I know this one because one of my friend who is a very big gamer actually, he was interested in that one. But he's kind of like a person who is always curious about things. So he showed me one kitty, and he said like, what, like I spent nearly like 5,000 euros to take care of this kitty, and I'm ready to spend like more money on it because I'm so attached to it. I said like, hey, if you really want to keep it, and if you want to show love and affection towards it, and also to get it back, then have a real cat. Why do you need a crypto kitty? Just have a real cat, man. You don't need a crypto kitty for that. It's just like, it's a kind of boom. Okay, it's a kind of like a new trend, like people have it. Like all types of new trends are there. Like there was a time like when this jeans, which we wear, the torn jeans was like a very big fashion. Now it's the half jeans, which is more fashion. So there is new fashion which keeps coming in the apparel industry. In the same way, like we will see like new trends coming in this crypto industry also. And we are seeing these things blowing out of proportion, honestly. But one thing, it's true, like you can make a lot of money. I'm not saying that you will make a lot of money, but you have to understand something. Before I will share my screen and I will explain to you more about these games and everything. It's good to enter any kind of bubble, but make sure that you enter this bubble very early, okay? Because even in a Ponzi scheme, everybody is familiar with Ponzi scheme, I think. Like a person, A pays to person B, and B pays it to number C, and C's money is given to number D, and like it keeps going, like it's like a chain. It's like an ongoing chain, and it never stops. It's basically a scam. So in this Ponzi scheme also you can make money, provided you are just within this first 10% who entered into a scam, Ponzi scheme. After that, like you kept going on and on and on. So these things can always give you money if you're early. If you come late, then you are butchered. That's what happens in crypto whenever there is a new boom. Because there was DeFi, when Balancer Protocol, Uniswap, Aave, everything were available at a very, very good price, but nobody bought it. Nobody bought it. And BNB tokens, I'm sure like I've been shilling about BNB, and I've been shilling about so many good tokens, which people have bought and made money, and that's good. But the thing is like human tendency, when they buy it during the initial stage, they are very, very suspicious. So they buy for only 50 euros, 100 euros. That's it. And when it peaks, and peaks, going like 5x, 10x, they will put all the money they have completely. Initially, they put only 50 euros. Now they put 5,000 euros at the peak. And all those 5,000 euros will just go to garbage. And finally, what we have to do, close our eyes and give 2 seconds of silence to that money. Because that money, you will never ever see it again. Once again, never ever able to see it. Because believe me, I have been, like wrecked by almost like the 2 dozens or 3 dozens of tokens that I have. Like overall, I have made a lot of money in cryptocurrency. That is nothing to nothing to hide about that one. And I will not say anything bad about cryptos because that's made a hell a lot of money to me. But there are tokens in my wallet actually, which used to be on Binance. But just like when I look at it every now and then, they are no more listed on Binance and they are no more listed on any exchange for that matter. There are so many tokens, 35 tokens. And you know what? I was also buying them once upon a time, thinking it will be big. And I was also thinking like, okay, this is just a correction. I was also thinking in the same way, like, let me put a little bit and then buying at the thing. I have done all these things. And that is why after getting wrecked, like if you have to become a very good analyst of cryptocurrency, then the first certificate that you have to get is like you need to get wrecked. Without getting wrecked, you don't know anything about investments or trading, because wrecked gives you immense knowledge. But don't get wrecked now. Just because I said like you will get knowledge. You will not get knowledge, you will go bankrupt. And that is why I'm telling you like to be very, very careful about these things. Initially, when there is a new boom, don't worry about it. Don't think, don't analyze. Put some money and leave it and see after some time. If you make money, well and good, take that money and run. Run as fast as possible. You should run even much more faster than Usain Bolt. If you're not running faster than him, I don't know what is going to happen. But trust me, this is the way you have to trade in this kind of trend tokens. Like there are good tokens, for example, or good coins, BTC, ETH, Polkadot, 1inch, the Uniswap, amazing coins, like, Litecoin, these kind of things. These are coins. I mean, like they're not tokens. They're not based on Ethereum. They're not based on, like any other type of blockchains. They have their own blockchains. They're a very good, like a very good coins, like which can be trusted. Of course, like 1inch and Uniswap is also on, like they are on Ethereum and they're ERC20 tokens, but still they have a quality. And when it comes to like ERC20 token, there are amazing coins, like for example, b-cube, which you need to have as much as possible. If you don't have, you should buy, but it's not a financial advice again, which we need to keep saying. I don't know why, but everybody says so. I'm saying it, so please bear with me. So these are some of the tokens that you need to have because they have something in them. So price fall should not worry you. If you have quality in quantity, you don't need to worry about it. If you have all those useless shit coins, you will remain forever in them, like how I am. 35 tokens. I don't know, like I will promise you, I will just go back and count them, and I will come back to you next week and I will give you the exact number of how many tokens I have, which is not traded anymore. So many coins. Just in the morning, actually, I was making some, inspection about my wallet, my other wallets, like ERC20 wallets, which is not an exchange, but I have other wallets. And I was sharing this story with Erman in the morning. And I was telling him like how many tokens I have, like where I invested, like $2,000, $3,000 randomly, like minimum $1,000. Less than that, I have never put into any ICOs actually. And they are worth like $15, $10, $100. That's it. It's gone. 95% down, 99% down. These things happens. And why I'm telling so much is because you should not go into any random project, gaming project or NFT project right now, because they are looking lucrative. Because how they give money, they take back in the same way or much more in a cruel way. You will lose everything. The only way to survive the scam This is a manual book for you to survive the scam. If you spot a scam, invest early, invest good amount of money, and then take back after some time, then you make money. That's how you will make money out of a scam. And that's why I even like stopped thinking about NFTs these days, because I've been thinking a lot. There is a use case. I'm not saying it's totally hopeless or it's totally useless or something like that. Definitely there is nothing in the world which is totally useless, right? There is nothing in the world which is totally useless. Everything has some use case. Definitely everything has some use case. NFTs also have their own use case, but there is difference between valuation and like a bubble. This when valuation goes to the roof, it touches the roof, then it's a bubble. It's not a fundamental things anymore. It's not a fundamental play anymore. So NFTs are definitely not, like fundamental play now. There are very handful of projects in NFTs which I really like and which I really, like love them because of very strong fundamentals in them. For example, there is a Sand, there is Engine, there is a Theta, there is TVK. These are the companies that I've been following them, and I know what they're doing. I exactly know what they're doing. And they are amazing people who are doing this one. And they have a clear vision what they are doing. And they're not just adding any kind of like stupidity on their platform. They are very, very conservative in what they are adding and what they want to, like sell through their platform. So these kind of products that have a proper vision and a mission, that's very important. They should have a proper vision and a mission. So these are the tokens that is having that one. So I like them. I like them. I absolutely like them. But all other NFTs and everything, these people will go away one day. It will fall down very badly, very, very, very badly. And you will have to touch yourself one day to feel that like how much it hurts. So you have to be very careful. So there are like now big boom going on about the gaming thing, right? And many people are already playing these games, and some people are getting ready to play that and to earn money. It's always a easy money, good money in the beginning, as I always tell you. If you come very early, it's absolutely good. It's absolutely fine. You can make money out of it. But if you're coming a little bit late, I don't think so like you will be able to make it. So rest of the things I will tell you a little bit at the end. And like now, let me share my screen and show you some interesting things. Give me a thumbs up if you're able to see it. If you're able to see my screen. Okay, perfect, perfect. So this is like this is the Bitcoin chart, of course. So what I was telling you is like a month of, like the positive flow. We just need 1 month or 1.5 months. Let me say like we are now at end of July, right? So it's September somewhere here. Until this time, if we manage to be somewhere here in this region, somewhere here, 40,000, 41, in between that, we don't need to cross the 200-day moving average here, but we just need to be above 40,000, above 40,000. Anything above 40,000 is absolutely good. It's absolutely fine. So we will be at least above the 50-day moving average, which is again very good. So we need to cross this particular place, because why this 40,000 is so important is because if you see like here, this is like 40,400. And if you come back to May 20th, let's just see this one. You can see like there was a big selling candle here, like massive selling candle here. And that happened exactly on that day. The low was like 36,000 and there was a bounce to 40,000. And this 40,000 is acting as a resistance now. You can see like there was another time it was testing here on 14th of June last month. So it went up to 40,000 and then like you see, like it dumped back. So we are making lower lows like here, which was 36,800 and 34,689. And again, like 33,412 And again, like 31,655. And then here, like finally, we made like 30,000 and we went below that also. So we went to like 29,790. So we have been making like lower lows from here to here, and lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, and lower lows. Now, what is the scenario? What is the possible scenario? Probably we can go a little bit more here, like around 37 or something, which is like another 10%, 15% from here, the Bitcoin. And probably there might be another lower low. I mean, like much more less than 29,000. This is all a possibility, because what we have seen so far is like one lower low and the second lower low. And you see here exactly the first lower low, and here the second lower low. And then we saw a big bounce always. And that bounce was a very good, I mean, like 20% here. First lower low, second lower low, and then a big bounce. And now what we saw, the first over low here after this bounce, here is the lower low. And here we are seeing like another lower low. So this is the second one. And now like probably we will see a good bounce here. And this good bounce is also coming uh, um, on the backdrop of the meeting that happened with Elon Musk and Twitter founder and Katie Wood. And of course, like there is this a new gaming boom going on and everything. So there is something happening. So this can probably take it a little bit more higher, like 37,000 or something like that. But whether it will hold or not, we don't know. And for that one to be very clear, we need to hold there at least for next 1.5 months, at least for next 45 training sessions. So if you add up these things, it should be somewhere in the beginning of September. So in the beginning of September, if you are above 40,000, then you are really, really doing good. You are really doing good. If we test this mark, 40,400, and a little bit go above, then yeah, something is possible. And something is really, really happening. So this is a very, very, very important thing to happen right now. So that's all about like Bitcoin. And next, we will go to something like what everybody is playing right now. And some of them don't know, and a lot of people will be watching the recording of this video later on. So at least for them, I would like to give a short introduction to what is Axie Infinity. So Axie Infinity is where cryptocurrency meets gaming. Axie's mission is to bring blockchain technology to the masses in a fun way. It's a play to earn crypto built on Ethereum network. Users can earn the Axie Infinity Shard token, AXS, and the other in-game token, Smooth Love Potion, SLP, in several ways. To earn tokens, players breed, raise, and battle Axies in this Pokemon-inspired universe. Investors who don't want to play the game can buy both tokens or decentralized exchanges. I'm just getting a feeling, like it was, again, like back in 2016, 2017, when everybody were mining Ethereum, they had like two choices to make money. One thing, they can bring all this graphics card and they can mine Ethereum using the graphics card. Or if they don't want to mine using the graphics card and having all those noise and heat and everything coming out from this graphics card, they could actually buy directly the Ethereum from the open market. So this logic is something very similar. You can either buy the tokens and you can breed, rise, and battle Axies in this Pokemon-inspired universe. Otherwise, you can just buy their token on an exchange. Like CryptoKitties, CryptoKitties, collectible digital kittens, which led the NFT craze. Axies are cute digital pets, and each one is unique. They're also non-fungible tokens that can be bought and sold. The lowest priced Axies available today cost around $200, and most expensive one sold for 380 H. That's a lot of money, You need to buy a 3 Axies to be able to participate in the game. The earning potential is what's made the game so popular, especially in developing countries. And the high participation is what driving Axies' impressive revenue stream. According to CoinDesk, Axie generated more revenue in June than major decentralized exchanges like Uniswap and Aave. A lot of people have time now, and a lot of people want to make easy money. Well, if there is a chance, why not, right? We have to make it. We have to take a opportunity of that particular game to play more and to win money. So that's what exactly it's happening. But this one is really crazy. Actually generate more revenue in June than major decentralized exchanges like Uniswap and Aave. That's really crazy. That's crazy. Should you buy? Are you interested in crypto gaming? See, like as any investment, it isn't a great idea to buy something you don't understand in hopes that price will go up. As such, it is important to understand crypto gaming if you want to buy this token. So you need to know like how the cryptos are, and like as we all know, like it's a very risky business. We all know, right, before coming to cryptos itself, that it's very risky business. So there is no surprise there. Um, this is a very new business model, like pay to earn tokens. But let me tell you, this is not something very new, because there is a platform by name Steemit, which was started long ago. And the Steemit platform is also quite similar. I'll explain to you how. Now this Steemit belongs to Tron, this TRX Tron. They bought this Steemit. Steemit concept is very simple. You can actually sign up and you can make an account. See, you can make an account. It's something very similar to a wallet, actually. It's not a simple account, like it's not like Facebook or it's not like Twitter. You need to have an account here, which is very similar to a wallet. And once you sign up, it's available like in Chinese and English only, actually, but other language people will not be able to use it. So once you sign up, actually, then you will be having this type of screen. So you can keep blogging, like, what you write on, for example, on Twitter, the same thing you can use it. Like you can tweet something. I mean, like you can steam it something. You can write articles on this one. You can share some videos, but all these things should be your own. I mean, like it should be your unique thing. You cannot go to YouTube and select a very good video or probably the best crypto Saturday video of mine and post it as yours. Please don't do that. Like, so you have to do something which is very unique, of your own, and you can post it on Steemit. And when you post it, actually, people will they will like it. It's called as upvote here in Steemit language. So they do that, and whenever they upvote your post, you will start to earn money. Actually, it was back in 2017. Just out of curiosity, I started an account myself on Steemit, and I was doing it, and they really pay you money. They really pay you. It's not cheating or something. It's really amazing how it works. So I was actually like posting some of the market things and everything, and it was like a good $300-400 doing nothing, actually, simply by posting. So much money used to come even in Steemit also. So this is the platform. You see, you have a look at this one. But if you're actually copying from somebody or something, your reputation score, like what you are seeing here as 81, 77, and 80, this is your reputation score. And you will get higher reputation score if you are making more original content. If you copy something, this will go to 0 or probably to negative. And that shows like you're just a copycat. But if you are very authentic, if you have your own things to post, it's amazing, really. It's amazing. Many content creators like were making fortune on the Steemit. So yeah, once you go to very like a top reputation score, then actually if you like somebody, then they are going to get rewarded a lot, because whoever is having the highest reputation score, they have higher value of giving money to somebody else. Now they are also like minting these tokens, new tokens every day, because this payment, if you click here, for example, ETH technical analysis, 7 hours before somebody has posted, let's just have a look at that. So they're making some kind of technical analysis here. And this person is saying like the trend fluctuates upward and downward. Like there is nothing like he has just posted some one line thing. That's it. It's not so big, but still like he got like 14 upwards, and he has earned $141 only at one single post, and that he posted 7 hours ago. So more posts you make, more people like it, more you earn. That's how it works here. So the breakdown is like SPW is like Steam dollars. It's like a TRX is like Tron tokens, and this SP is something like a I don't know exactly, like it used to be something different before, because it used to be Steemit tokens and Steemit dollars. Before it was only two, but now after the Tron has bought, they have changed it a little bit, because I'm not able to see Steemit tokens here, only Steemit dollars here, because SBD is Steemit dollars. So this is how it works. And this is the same type of thing what I'm seeing right now on this kind of like gaming websites like this Axie. It's the same, because here you are playing game for getting money, and in Steemit you are writing articles or original contents to get rewarded in Steam dollars. But here in Steemit you don't need to pay any money to them. That is what you need to understand. You don't need to pay anything to them, and nothing is at stake for you. You're not going to lose anything. And okay, like if the price of Steemit falls, I mean like the tokens fall, yeah, like you get hurt. Like it's 38 cents right now. It's listed on Binance, by the way. It's 38 cents. If it goes to 19 cents, yes, you lost the money because of the price. Otherwise, like you're not buying any NFTs, or you're not buying any kind of tokens to get into something. Nothing. It's not that way. You just have to sign up, write some articles, and get rewarded for that one. It is so simple. But here there is a risk. I mean, like in Axie or any kind of gaming platforms, there is a risk, because you need to buy an NFT, or you need to buy a certain number of token. And if the price of these tokens falls down, you're making losses. And when really these things crashes, it crashes very badly. So that is also one of the dangerous thing in these things. So Axie website looks like really very good. It looks very cute actually. So we can just go through the website. It seems like 90,000 ETH traded on our in-house marketplace. That is massive, really, really massive. 300 ETH. Some Axie was ever sold, it seems. Very funny. And 250,000 daily active players. That's a lot. That's a lot. They have very good website, and it sounds really good, something new, something amazing. They have like excellent partners like Aave, Ubisoft, Binance, Samsung, Delphi Digital. And if you ask me like where do we stand right now in this new gaming thing, I think we are pretty early. I think we are still very early, very, very early, because there will be a kind of fight that might happen, which I am thinking. Imagine like all these traditional gaming websites or like companies, they will not be sitting quiet, because many people will not play their game by paying them, because now they are getting used to getting paid for playing. You have to understand this. This is very important. They're playing here and getting paid. And what they were knowing before was paying them to play it. So right now, I think if they're very smart, they will do some kind of partnership with these kind of platforms, with Axie or somebody else, or Sand or someone like that. And they will try to increase their market share. That's the best thing they can do. If they try to fight these guys like by doing in a different way, I think they're going to lose the war. It's not something like where they can win. That is 100% for sure. So I think like we are a little bit early in this gaming space, because I will see a lot more people coming into this one, a lot more people, because I'm seeing already like some, like funny tokens have started to come. Yesterday I was seeing this token and I could not stop laughing myself. Like, look at this, Zoo, crypto world. Just for fun, actually, I bought like $100 worth of tokens. And today itself, it has gone by 115%. That's good. That's good. There is also something very similar to it, and they are also making an app which is coming up very soon. They also have something like a finance thing, so they know very well right now that there is a, like there is a DeFi boom and there is a NFT boom. Both is going on. So what they have done, a new type of NFT yield farming plus gaming platform. Be safe and play fair. Be profitable and play hard. That's a very, very impressive value proposition. And trust me, this is not like any type of advice or anything as such, because even I myself like betted just like $100, and even now, like when I'm showing you, I saw it like it's gone up by 115%, but I bought it like very, very early, this one. But there will be like a lot of such kind of fancy tokens coming. Why I'm saying that, we saw Doge going up, and then came baby Doge. And after baby Doge came, there came daddy Doge. And after daddy Doge came, mommy Doge came. All these kind of like, scam things, like just by keeping Doge names, these things kept coming one after the other. So I think like something like that can happen with the gaming space also, because right now, the gaming tokens that we know, for example, are Sandbox, Engine, Theta, or like Avegochi. I will show you in that one also, Avegochi. These kind of tokens we know, but we really don't know so many tokens here in this space, like which is into gaming. We all know like the frontline ones, the really top ones, like Decentraland and these kind of tokens, but we don't know this kind of small known tokens, because Avegochi, in my opinion, like it came from like 60 cents, 50 cents, 60 cents. It went up like only 3x right now, right? It went up only 3x right now, not more than that. So it's pretty early, because if you see AXS, XE, which everybody knows, which we were discussing just some time back, they're having a market cap of $2 billion. It's almost $3 billion of market capitalization. That's not big, that's mammoth. That's too big. That's massive. That's amazing. And if you see the total supply, it's 270 million tokens. And right now the circulating supply is just 60 million tokens. So probably out of 270, they have 210 million tokens to be distributed. So they have a lot of tokens. They have a lot of tokens still to give. I'm sure like there will be some other tokens like for the governance, for some other thing, or for the team and for other things, but still they will have like a lot more tokens to share with the people. And if this one could go, like from $3 to almost like $48, of course, it's a market leader right now. It's 15x, right? Then if it can go 15x, I'm just wondering, actually, with $38 million of market cap, Avegochi, with almost like no movement, and we are in this kind of boom now. We are in really in a peak of this very great thing that's going on right now. Why something like this cannot really pump? Because even if you see like Avegochi, digital friends for the crypto generation, each DeFi powered Avegochi is probably rare and verifiable, adorable. And here, like a collectible, an avatar, a true friend, someone in Avegochi with a portal, or acquire one in the bazaar. So the website is also like very, like it's like very much like the gaming website, like how it used to be many years ago when we were really very small. It looks like something real, like a NFT kind of thing. The feeling is very different when you see this one. So like I definitely think like in these kind of things something can be there. Their white paper is in docs. Okay, I'm just trying to see their tokenomics. Okay, they made it at like 5 cents, so it's almost like 10, like almost 30x from this price, private run. But once again, like when there is a boom, like nobody cares about it, right? Everybody goes to them. So ecosystem and team has, everybody has like very low number of tokens. The total supply is very, very, very low. It's very low. It's really low. It's like a b-cube. It's very, very low. 43 million is nothing. Very low. Awegachi DAO. So they are also a decentralized autonomous organization. It's amazing. Amazing. So they have a clear roadmap of what they are doing, like the Genesis Metamorphosis OSS function, Ethereum based layer 2. Yeah, they have thought about it. They have thought very well about it. It's great. So you see, like there are a lot of tokens like this, and which will keep coming. And this is not um, we are not at the end. We are just beginning with this new boom of like collectibles plus gaming experience. So I think this is going to stay for some more time, and there will be more opportunity to make money for sure. And there are like other type of projects which I'm also seeing, like for example Upland. uh, even this is a kind of game, and you can buy, sell, and trade virtual properties. It's the same like blockchain based economy in existence. You can play the games, you can earn by playing it, you can connect. A lot of things are happening as seen on like Forbes, Vibes, Decrypt, VentureBeat, Coindesk, Bitcoin.com. And they also have like something related to sustainability. Well, these are just carrots. It's not something really um, something new what they are saying. It's running on EOS mainnet. Okay. Okay. Who is behind? Okay. They received the support from Block One. And this Block One is the parent company of EOS. You see, like if someone like that is there behind a project, it's going to pump a lot. It's going to pump a lot. I don't think this is listed already, but I think maybe it will get listed very soon. Yeah, it's something what we can look out for. And the sandbox is looking amazing as always. Even that is having like a very big market cap already. But we have always seen, right? We have always seen when the really the rally comes, like we can't stop. It will go like several X. So Sandbox, I'm very, very, very positive actually. I'm very positive because this is not like a trend coin, like which is in a trend and like after some time it's going to break up. No, I don't think so, because these are like very serious players in this space, and they will be there. They will be there because Mana or Decentraland is there since a long time, even before people were speaking about this collectibles or games or something like that, and they are there even now, and they will always be there. So Sandbox also belongs to that kind of category. So that's why like even this is one of my favorite in this space. uh, yeah, that's what I wanted to show you, like how this economy is working. And if you are just wondering like actually um, about this whole economy, like how long will it sustain and how they are doing this business and everything, I can tell you like how exactly it works. Imagine there are startups, right? And startups to become profitable or to scale or to be well known, they spend a lots of money. It's lots of money. Like take for example Uber or Twitter or any of these companies. Like before they became profitable, before they were very small, just to get the market share and to advertise themselves and to market themselves, They were giving a lot of free stuff. Uber was giving free rides. You invite another friend, they will give you more free rides. They will give you coupons, like in which you can get free rides once again. um, all this money, where was it coming from? Where was it coming from? It was coming from the pockets of the venture capital who were putting money into these startups. So finally, after doing all these things, they became so big, very, very big, that they were too big to fail. That is the kind of status they acquired after making all these things. So that's exactly the same type of business model that we are seeing right now in this NFT space or in the gaming space. They're giving you all these type of benefits, like they're getting you rewards, like lots of money and everything. Because if you keep playing these games and get addicted to it, okay, if you get addicted to it completely, then you will play it tomorrow, even if they're not giving you any kind of rewards. That's the whole point. They will give you first, so that like so many people will come and get exposed to their platform. And once they have a sizable number of users, then all these payments are going to stop, or maybe it will reduce. We don't know. But it cannot be in the same way for sure, because nothing can be in the same way. So one day it is going to stop. We don't know when is that. And maybe like sometimes afterwards, like it will crash, because there is very strong competition in this industry. Somebody will come today and someone else will come tomorrow. We don't know. And that's why it's always better to be with the frontline tokens and very big companies who can be, like a very, very trustable uh, projects to invest in. So that's why stay with this frontline tokens and be careful, like when you're playing with them. So this is what the logic behind, like how they are giving it for free, if that is really your question. Okay. I'm just reading something. Okay, that's it, guys, like for this week. And we will again like have another session on like on 31st of July, which is next week, which is on next Saturday. And we'll discuss more about what was going on in the next week. Then we will try to like speak more about different protocols and what's going on newly in this world of cryptos. So that's it for today. And it was nice talking to you all, seeing you and speaking to you. Always a pleasure. Take care and have a nice summer Saturday. Enjoy. Have a nice beer or water or whatever you want. Keep in mind about my joke about crypto kitties. Okay. Until then, goodbye. See you. Thanks everyone for being here. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.